And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Philadelphia Phillies and the Washington Nationals. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about set to go. And on the mound today, Mike Soroka. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this, every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city, and you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers, they haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
To third, and that's just foul. Breaking ball inside. 2-1. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. One away. And time now for the Phillies lineup. Siggy, this righty-heavy lineup is a bit unusual against a right-handed pitcher.
Yeah, Boog, certainly bucks the old conventional wisdom, and I'm not sure I see the vision from the manager on this one. You're not exactly putting your players in the best situation to succeed when you roll out a lineup like this. Maybe they've seen something on video that tells them there's a weakness to exploit. Perhaps that's it.
And that one finds its way through. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Batting third baseman.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Nolan Arenado, the next to hit, takes ball one. Harper leads off first with one away. In the dirt. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
Just missing there. It's 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Check swing on the 2-2. Appeal to first. And he held up. Man at first, one away. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And a payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
It's a strikeout, but they'll be in good shape if they make their outs as difficult as that one. Those grinding ABs take a toll on a pitcher as the game goes on.
And here comes Alec Bohm. Two outs. That one close, ruled a ball. Now 2-0. Hey, by the way, Chris.
Yes, John.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Line drive, base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Nick Castellanos stands in now and watches strike one. First and second, 2 down. Here in the second game of the series.
That's a ball.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
De La Rosa makes the grab. And that is that. Phillies leave a couple. Now it'll be Washington's turn. It's a scoreless ball game. Back after this on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. Today's starting pitcher, Ranger Suarez.
Well, coming into this game, hitters are batting under 250 against this starting pitcher. So it just shows you how effective he's been. He's been able to move his pitches around, add and subtract, change up the look so that hitters don't get too comfortable and start squaring up the baseball. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Harper takes it himself. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting second. Second baseman.
As we take a look at the Nationals lineup. And so far this year, this has not been a very good offense.
Well, in this day and age, if you can't slug and get on base, that OPS has to be at a certain level. If you're going to produce runs, give your pitchers an opportunity as they're facing tough offenses as well.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Stevenson makes the grab for the second out. James Wood digging in for the Nationals.
He's been doing a good job knocking in his teammates. More than an RBI per game over his last 10.
Next pitch is outside. 2 outs, base is empty. That one finds the zone, and it's 1-2. Swing and a miss. Suarez strikes him out. Nothing doing for Washington. We played an inning. No score. Back here in Nationals Park. And now it is JT Realmuto. Soroka back to work. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
0 balls, 1 strike.
Next pitch misses way outside. Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
What about some no-nos? Like, you can't call the umpire blue the way you do in Little League or high school, right?
Yeah, when you're in the minor leagues, you'll learn quickly. You call the umpire blue. You better learn his name, and that's just part of being a professional player and even a major league player.
Here's Byron Buxton. There's a swing and a miss. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
1 out, base is empty. It's softly on the ground to third. Tenna. That takes care of Buxton. This is Bryson Stott.
Second baseman, Bryson Stott.
Stott. That's left. Throws right. 27 years old. And he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. Hard hit, right side. Bell steps on the bag, and the Phillies are set down. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the DH, Juan Yepez. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1-1.
Sneaks through, base hit. And a good start to the inning. Up now for Washington, Jose Tena.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
Suarez winds and deals. Right through there for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Line drive, caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Josh Bell in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. On the ground, 2 ball. To second for 1. And that's 2. 1 hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. We head on now to the top of the 3rd. No score. Let's take a look at the pitcher of the month. He's been outstanding of late.
Cal Stevenson.
Swing and a ground ball towards first, but foul. The 0-1. Hit in the air, left field. Calls it in, and there's 1 away. Back to the top of the lineup. And now for the Phillies, Trey Turner. Splits the plate, 0-1.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Ball.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. And now here is Harper. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 1. Top of the 3rd, no score. Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That's back there. Out of here. He crushes that one to center field. His 48th of the year. And it gives them the lead in the 3rd. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
So now it's Nolan Arenado. He's 0 for 1. Ball 1, no strikes. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And they'll do it again. Out towards left center. Young on the move. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that'll do it. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now 1-0. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings.
Catcher, Keibert Ruiz.
Just
No,
missed.
that missed. That's
Ruiz with a homer in his last
1-0.
game. Next one misses,
ball.
and the count is 2-0. And another ball.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
And there's the automatic. Ground ball up the middle into the outfield, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Here's the rookie right fielder, Jeremy De La Rosa. In there at the knees for a strike. Ruiz on at first, nobody out. Hit hard but foul off to the left. Goes down looking.
No, that's not the best two-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Now a screamer into the outfield. That's a hit. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Ruiz around third. He'll score easily, and he'll make it into third with a triple.
Well done. Drives in the run. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it. If you're going to be a championship type of ball club, you've got to hit with runners in scoring position. And after last night's struggles, I'm sure this team is chomping at the bit to have this kind of opportunity here early in this game.
Next offering is in for a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. Chopped left side. Tosses across to first. They limit the damage here. Nationals get a run courtesy of the RBI triple. And we're back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Alec Bohm. Fought off foul.
Well, these Phillies showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
That misses. Going to count 1 and 2.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
In the air, fairly deep to right field. De La Rosa ranging back. Makes the grab, 1 down. Here's Nicholas Castellanos. Flied to right his first time. And that one is lifted in the air. De La Rosa makes the catch. 2 down. It'll bring up JT Realmuto. Went down on strikes his first time through. That misses. Ball 1. And there's a ball.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
That one misses, and it's 3-0.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
There's a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Outside, and it's ball 4.
Well, 2-out walks are never good, especially when you're trying to get back into that dugout. But he's still in a good spot. He's just got to refocus and deal with the bottom of this order.
Swing and a foul out of play. And that is downstairs. And a count even 1-1. Realmuto off of first with 2 away. Fastball for a strike. Not close, and it deflects away. Ruiz down to first with it. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left. And midway in the fourth, all tied 1-1. Back in Washington, D.C. Bottom fourth, here's the left fielder, James Wood.
James Wood.
Swing and a miss, strike one.
No balls, one strike.
Next offered in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Castellanos makes the grab, one away. Juan Yepez digging in for the Nationals. Pitch misses, and it's 1-0. Here's a swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field. So a man aboard now with one away. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball. When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. All tied up. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, they get the strikeout there, and what kind of stood out to me was that they weren't shying away from contact. Every single pitch was in the strike zone, and that tells me they wanted to attack him, and it paid off.
Bell takes low second trip to the plate in this one. And that one fouled off. On the ground to first. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Gets off a throw. Misplay doesn't cost him. Inning over. Nationals leave one. Still tied 1-1. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
Second baseman Bryson Stott.
Soroka back to work. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
You know, these Phils, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Here.
That misses the zone. 2-2. This one lifted in the air, left field. Wood grabs it on the run.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
That's a ball.
Stevenson in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Activity in the bullpen for the Nationals. Number 68 up and throwing. Number 47, a left-hander, also throwing. And a base hit. And that turns the lineup over.
He was all over that one. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
So the lineup flips over. Here's Turner now. 0 for 2 in this one. That's in there. Strike one. Turner, multi-time All-Star, a member of the 1,000 hit club, a former first-round pick back in 2014. Swing and a ball popped in the air, and it stays fair. Relay throw to second. He's in there.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
There comes a skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Mike Soroka won't go any further, just never found his groove.
Pitching for
Now on
the
the bump, number
Nationals.
68.
Still
Number
pretty early in the
68.
ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Here's Harper now. Ball one
That's a
there.
ball.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
Bryce swings and drives one deep to right. That's well hit. Out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 4-1. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Here's Nolan Arenado. First pitch, and he just misses.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. The next offering misses, and it's 2-1. Still only one out here in the inning. And that one finds its way through. Man at first, and next will be the cleanup hitter, Alec Bohm, 1 for 2. In there at the knees. Arenado leads off first with one away. To short, could be 2. Flips it. There's 1. And that's 2. Bryce Harper brings the power for Philly. It's now 4-1. Back here in Nationals Park, we head to the bottom of the 5th, and now it's Keibert Ruiz. And he can't come up with it. Still manages a throw, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. De La Rosa stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Breaking ball misses down and away.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
The other way, and it stays fair. Around first, heading for 2. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
Just missed.
1-1.
One out and a runner at second. Last half of inning number 5.
That's a ball. Outside. That's a ball.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And there's 2 away.
Good fade and sinking action in that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Jacob
and
Young.
Now it's going to be Jacob Young. First pitch misses. That one catches the corner for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Hit on the ground to the right side. And that one handled to first. That's the 3rd out. So 1 left for Washington. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. Nick Castellanos at the plate now. Pitch misses there. Ball one.
A lot of pitchers have caught on to how good he is hitting the first pitch. Smart to avoid the zone right there.
Swings through that one for strike one.
1-1.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a
JT
two-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Real Muto now at the plate as he swings through strike one.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Swing and a chopper out to short. On to first. And Real Muto is out.
Well, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
2 outs, base is empty. Byron Buxton now at the plate. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He'll touch them all. Home run number 30 on the year. It's 5-1. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
And that one fouled off. That's out to center field. Young under it and makes the play, and that's out number 3. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now bottom of the 6th inning, and now up for Washington, Darren Baker. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Well, these Nats, from what we've seen, I think it's fair to wonder if they've been too patient at the plate. They found themselves behind in the count quite a bit. They're trying to be patient, but it's mostly resulting in outs, not base runners. And you could argue it's making things more difficult at the plate.
Now the left fielder, James Wood. In there at the knees, and that's strike one. Ripped to third and caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Yepes up for the 3rd time and takes ball 1.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
1 and 2's the count.
And down on strikes he goes. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Now
next to hit for the Nats, Jose Tena.
Jose Tena.
And first offering is fouled off. Hard hit left side. Turner with the throw to first. And that is the inning.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back. We're in the
Nationals.
7th. We have a new pitcher on the
Number
mound.
47.
Jose A. Ferrer.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to
Ferrer.
hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
In the air on the infield, Tenna. Hauls it in for the out.
Really nice job to
Now
get your
batting,
first out of the ball game.
Shortstop, Trey Turner.
Here's Trey Turner. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Up next for Philadelphia, first baseman Bryce
Here comes
Harper.
Bryce Harper. He's already homered twice, the last one back in the 5th.
Just seems like he can't miss right now, seeing the baseball as well as anyone on the field. Now, I know the odds are against him, but who's going to bet against this guy right now?
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Oh, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Next
Ball, that's
offering
down.
is down low. Working down in the zone to start the at-bat, looking for that double play ground ball.
Yeah, back-to-back sinkers there. He's looking for some weak contact or to get this hitter to roll over. Now, as a hitter, you have to be really disciplined. Don't look down because you'll end up chasing the ball down. Set your sights high. Maybe you get a mistake.
Swing and a ground ball into the outfield. Base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Couple of singles back-to-back. Just one of
Now
those
batting,
seeing
third
high base
baseman,
hits through the
Nolan
infield. He just kind of
Arenado.
rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Here's Nolan Arenado. 1 for 3. Just
That missed. That's the ball.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
2 on, 1 out.
Ball.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
2-0 to count. Here it comes.
Hiya!
Strike on the inside corner.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And it is gone. He made him pay for that one. His 13th home run of the season, and they boost their lead. It's 8-1. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish.
Singy, I hope you saw it because it didn't stay in the air for long.
No, it didn't, Boog. StatCast telling us 110 miles per hour off the bat, and that's plenty to hit one out.
Pitching for the
Now on the mound for the
Nationals.
Nationals, Jorge Lopez.
Number 21.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen
Lopez.
when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same
Zero
for his
balls, 1
stats,
strike.
obviously, regardless of the score.
Here comes the 0-1. Now a blooper back behind short. Oh, he gloves it.
Great hops right there, Boog. He timed it just right to bring that liner down, and he saved a knock.
Nick Castellanos stands in for the Phillies. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Makes a nice running catch. And that is that. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. Still a lopsided. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Nationals. First baseman Josh Bell.
Right through there for a strike. Strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Good eye in that
Ball high.
spot.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Now
So up
batting,
next,
the
Keibert
catcher,
Ruiz.
Keibert Ruiz.
And a foul ball. 0-1. Foul ball.
Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. Couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. And now Jeremy De La
number
Rosa.
91.
Outside low, and that's ball one. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Runner at first with 2 away. And now the shortstop, Nasim Nunez. And a weak ground ball to the left side. Arenado to first in time. That's the 3rd out, inning over. Nationals leave 1. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. Lopez back to work.
Nope.
Inside, just missed. The Nationals have some action going in the pen. DJ Hers, a lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Law also getting ready. Lopez, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a curve, a changeup, a slider, and he works in a 4-seamer. The 1-1 is fouled off. Close, but called the ball. And the count's even at 2.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And the leadoff man aboard. Now at the plate, Byron Buxton. He's already homered in this game. Oh, look at the stop. There's one. Now to first, and it's a double play.
Well, very fast developing play right there. No margin for error. Nice double play on a fast runner up the line.
2 down, bases empty. Now Bryson Stott. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
0-1.
2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. Pop up here, third base side. Tenna makes the play, and that is that. Phillies go down quietly in the inning, and it remains an 8-1 game.
Now pitching for
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Tanner Banks.
Well, he hasn't pitched in a while. Coming on here after 5 days rest, so he should be rested. But we'll see if he has any rust to shake off.
Swings through that one.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Hit in the air, center field. He's got it, and there's one down.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Baker now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Comes up empty.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But you know what happens.
Wood in the box now. No balls and a strike. The Nationals with a lot of ground to make up here. The bottom half of the 8th inning. That's in there. That is strike 2.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of the
He locked him up, and that'll do it. The inning is over. This one pretty well decided at this point. Ninth inning coming up. It's the Phillies 8 and the Nats 1. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, DJ Hers.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. So now back to the top of the order. Trey Turner at the plate. And first offering is fouled off. In the dirt. And the runner holds.
0-2. That's a ball.
Stevenson gets his lead at first with nobody out. The shortstop takes the ball. Just off the outside corner. Full count now.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Runner at first with no outs here. Stays alive. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Really good battle right there, and that final pitch probably could have gone either way. He was hoping he'd get ball 4. Instead, the umpire rings him up for the backwards K.
Harper,
outside,
the next
ball.
to hit, takes outside. The Phillies up big in this one here at the top of the ninth. Swing and a miss as he was late.
1-1.
That misses the zone, and it's 2-1.
Two
Way to lay
balls,
off
1
that
strike.
fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle.
Runner on the go. Up the middle, Baker. Harper retired. Here's the third baseman, Nolan Arenado. He's already homered here in this one. And delivers outside.
Out.
2 outs and 1 in scoring position. And that drops in for a strike.
1-1.
Line drive. Nice grab. So no runs here on a base hit. No errors and 1 left. On to the bottom of inning number 9.
Now pitching for
Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. John McMillan.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Yeah, Bez. In the box here, lets that one go for a ball. Up the middle, Trey Turner gloves it, whips it to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play. Up now for Washington, Jose Tena. Check swing, but it's put in play. Gets it to first, and a couple of quick outs.
Nice job of deception right there by the pitcher. Got the hitter out there a little bit, couldn't check his swing, and induces a nice little ground out.
Bell in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Fastball in for a strike. 0-2 now. The Nats down to their final strike. Lifted to left, and that should do it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Phillies take the first 2 games of this series on the road.
This team has gotten off to a great start. They've come in here. They've won the first 2 games of this series, riding high right now, pretty confident. But you got to be careful. If you're overconfident and you don't stay focused at the task at hand, you could drop the next 2 games and leave here feeling a little disappointed after a great start to the series.